Nnamdi Kanu's judgment is dismissed. UN steps in, demand real-time access to Kanu's judgment process. Yes, a genuine time for the judgment of Nnamdi Kanu really need to be, determined. A real time, a real date, not this one that has just been given by Justice Omotosho. This one that has just been given by Justice Omotosho is a biased one, a trickish one. That November 20th date that was given by Justice Omotosho is a biased date. You cannot just all of a sudden come up with a date when you know that no written address has been made. When you know that a question about that very defense is still very much on, that has not been answered, and you are now forcing that person to go into defense, what is he going to say? What is he going to say? My dear listeners, this is exactly what we'll be talking about. This is exactly what we'll be telling the people. But, people like Bwala, Tinubu spokesperson, will come up and start saying dust, saying what is not, because they don't like to hear the truth. Okay, anyone that tries to say the truth, they will start planning against that very person. That is what this very administration is actually out for. Just go outside and see what is happening. Then you know what I'm talking about. My dear people, the UN has finally stepped into this very matter. Preparation for a peaceful veins and praise has now continued. Sources have said that nation announcement is finally moving up for the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, waiting for the right verdict to come. And when that very right verdict will come, is when the right time for the judgment, when the right time to have access to the judgment of Nnamdi Kanu, that is when the genuine verdict will now come in. Because this very verdict that Justice Omotosho want to give it now is a fake verdict, a biased verdict. Because the real time has not been assessed. Nigerian government, everywhere, all of them are just afraid. Meanwhile, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is now feeling relaxed, of which Justice Omotosho of the Abuja Federal High Court is now feeling embarrassed. Yes, embarrassed, and doesn't even know what to do with that November 20th judgment. If to withdraw it or to leave it the way it is. I hate it. Shame don't they catch him. However, in the motion fired on November 10th, 2025, Kanu, who has taken personal control of his case, has a court to stop the judgment on the grounds and proceedings were conducted under a repeal and non-existent status and in disobedience to the Supreme Court directive contrary to Section 20 of 2026, one in bracket of the Constitution. So the relief sought in the motion include the order arresting delivery in the suit and a declaration that the court failure to take judicial notice of the repeal of the 2013 Terrorism Act contrary to Section 122 Evidence Act 2011 validates all steps taken all right. So can we equally ask for an order setting aside all proceedings and orders made by Justice James Omotosho for warrants of jurisdiction and violation of constitutional supremacy? So, my people, Kanus has asked Justice James Omotosho, yes, because he knows that the judgment of Justice James Omotosho is going to come to be in support of the federal government. Are you getting it? Yes. That is why he was asking him, at what law am I being tried? And Justice Omotosho, instead of him to give an answer to that very question, went on to close the case and fix a date for the judgment. Is that how they do things? Is that how they do things? My dear listeners, help me to share this video and let everyone be aware of this politics. Enough is enough. Nnamdi Kanu's case will need to be taken up to that very level where all this nonsensical we really need to stop. I am telling you. Thank you.